What is going on, my Patriots? How y'all guys doing? If it's your first time tuning in to the broadcast, please do me a favor. Go ahead on and hit that like button on YouTube. Go and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell all the way up top. Please like and share the broadcast. Please, if you can, participate in the $5 challenge. It helps keep the channel growing. It helps me to stay independent. Also, too, we got some new patriotic gear on Streamlabs merch, and not to mention too Teespring merch. Also, please, if you can, go ahead and try to donate to my wife's GoFundMe for her medical situation. Anything that your heart is bestowed on you to donate is good to help us. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight into this. Now, the reason why you see me dressed a little different tonight, I am celebrating my 10,000 followers on TikTok. Hit it today. I want to say thank each and every one of you guys following me, everybody loving my content, everybody getting it in. It feels good to be at 10,000. That's a very strong number, doing it within 2 months. So if you don't follow me on my TikTok, go ahead to Navy Vet 2K20. We getting it in over there. It's a lot of stuff going on. Uh, a lot of fun facts where we are speaking the truth. We're not holding nothing barred, man. We are speaking straight truth over there. So I think everybody will enjoy being over there. Now, tonight we are going to talk about some of the things that are going on in mainstream media, aka what's going on in the conservative news sector. Now, a lot of things is going on, which is quite frankly insane. It's crazy, but we're gonna jump into it. All right. My night's doing good. Real American. Thank you for following, man. What's up, Mopsy girl? I appreciate y'all being in the building. Anybody on my YouTube channel, go ahead on and holler at your boy. I will address the comments as we go along as we talk about these stories. Now, one thing we're going to talk about is Como. His one of his accusers, have decided to do an interview. She's going to talk about how she felt about Como. We also going to talk about Como's apology, which was half-hearted. To me, I felt like this was just all damage control. It was not sincere. It was not real. We also going to talk about anytime, Mopsy. Let's see here. We also going to talk about Greg Abbott. We're going to discuss about how he is standing up to the deep state and the establishment as well, letting them know that this is his state and he's going to run it as he see fit. Possible nominations for 2024, maybe to take out Biden, still questionable if President Donald J. Trump do not run. We're also going to talk about the 1.9 trillion COVID-19 bill. And let's see. What else? We're going to talk about how the White House is protecting Biden, not only with his approval rating, but also we're going to talk about some other things that's a little sketchy. And we're going to discuss BLM. There's a story tonight I'm going to talk about Mike Brown's father, who wants $20 million from BLM, making $90 million. Now, we already know how that's going to go out and everything else. But that's just straight facts. Always, Jason, always. to answer your question. So let's get into this. First story of the night. Big news. Charlotte Bennett discusses her allegations on liberal mainstream network about Como. Man, oh man. Charlotte Bennett, a 25-year-old former aide of New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who accused him of sexual harassment, said during a televised interview Thursday night that she believed the 63-year-old governor propositioned her for sex during a workplace meeting. Without explicitly saying it, he implied to me that I was old enough for him and he was lonely. The 25-year-old former Como aide told Nora O'Donnell of CBS Evening News. She said the governor at the height of the coronavirus pandemic felt emboldened as his national profile rose and his daily televised outbreak updates. I think he felt like he was untouchable in a lot of ways, she told O'Donnell. Sound like somebody that is Democratic to me. Bennett has alleged the governor called her into his office on June 5th and told her he was lonely and looking for a girlfriend. In parts of the interview, she reiterated claims she made when she came forward with her accusations to the New York Times early in the week. She accused the governor of asking her if age difference mattered and said he told her he was fine with anyone over 22 years old. Bennett is 25. The incident happened over the summer. I thought he's trying to sleep with me. The governor's trying to sleep with me, she told O'Donnell. And I am deeply uncomfortable and I have to get out of this room as soon as possible. She also ripped into the governor's attempt at a public apology made at reporters grilled him during the first news conference in more than a week Wednesday. It's not an apology, Bennett said. It's not an issue of my feelings. It's an issue of his actions. The fact is, he was sexually harassing me, and he has not apologized for sexually harassing me. And he can't even use my name. Bennett, who said she had told the governor she was a sexual assault survivor, accused him of harping on that aspect of her background. He asked if I had trouble enjoying being with someone because of my trauma, she said during the interview. The governor asked me if I was sensitive to intimacy during the weekday. Damn, boy. During the workday. He was her boss, O'Donnell noted. She said that due to the governor's position, she felt she didn't have a choice and had trouble escaping the conversation. When I was thinking of coming forward, I think that was when I had the most shame, she said. I really was uncomfortable. I feel like people put the onus on the woman to shut the conversation down, and by answering, I was somehow engaging in that or enabling it. I didn't feel like I had a choice. During a news conference Wednesday, his first since three women came forward with allegations against him, Como apologized, denied knowing that he was acting inappropriately, and said he has learned an important lesson. Another former aide, Lindsey Bolin, accused the governor of forcibly kissing her in an essay published on Medium last week. And a third woman with no professional ties to the governor, Anna Ruch, accused Como of making unwanted advances touching her exposed lower back and asking to kiss her. Deborah Katz, an attorney for Bennett, said afterwards the governor's remarks were full of falsehoods and inaccurate information. The governor repeatedly said he had no idea he had made uncomfortable uh, he made anyone uncomfortable. Katz said my client, Charlotte Bennett, reported his sexually harassing behavior immediately to his chief of staff and chief counsel. We are confident that they made him aware of her complaint. In addition to the sexual misconduct claims and accusations of bullying from lawmakers and journalists, Como is also facing a federal probe into his role in the coronavirus outbreak in New York's nursing homes that was left more than uh, 15,000 patients dead. Michael Ruiz is a U.S. and world reporter for Fox News. So, give me 1 second, guys. So, I'm back. My thoughts on it. On this story here. Guys, listen. I feel like personally, and this is my opinion, YouTube, I don't want you to strike me. I feel like that this is another ploy, another distraction. What really happened with what's going on, what went on in that nursing home with people losing their lives. Now, I'm not saying that this sexual harassment is not important. I feel like if any woman has been violated or been appropriately feel uncomfortable with any man, whether his power status or whatever, should definitely come forward. But at the same time, I just think it's very unique that this comes out during this whole coronavirus episode, and now everybody's mostly focusing on that, and no one's talking about probing into what he did in those nursing homes. That's my issue. I'm not hearing there is going to be a special prosecutor or an independent investigation on that, or the DOJ to look into it. I'm not hardly hearing that no more. This is what I think is going to happen out of all of this. I think the reason why he's not resigning because he's probably been instructed or told to ride out the storm. He may have to pay some money out to these women. I don't know. But I think that he's going to walk away like it ain't nothing. I hate to say it. I mean, look at how they're treating him versus when President Donald J. Trump had the same thing going on with these women. And look at how hypocritical they were with Brett Kavanaugh. Had this woman came up about they were about to start college, and she said that Kavanaugh took advantage of her. They ran that story to the ground. It took Kavanaugh had to get witnesses, people that knew him for years, damn near 10 women, I think, 10 plus women, and a shitload of guys to like, yo, testify in public, in front of his hearing, like, yo, this guy ain't that type of dude. You know, this dude ain't couldn't hurt a fly. This man's about business. He's too serious for that. Maybe I'm thinking it wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Because unfortunately now the COVID scandal has went and took a back burner, and now we're focusing on this. And when we get through with this topic, they're not even gonna worry about what he did. It's gonna be right there in the back burner. I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I just think it's too convenient for me, for his situation. Because really, he should be investigated what he did with those families. Having those people in those nursing homes unprotected. But that's my personal opinion. All right, we're moving right along. We're going into the next story that we're going to talk about. Like I said about his apology, a lot of people are not happy with his apology. A lot of people are saying that his apology was weak-hearted, and it was. To me, when I seen him do it, I felt like Como was just basically trying to shift blame on, you know, hey, I'm just this old guy who's not that very familiar with the whole movement of sexual harassment. You know, I'm ignorant to all this, but I do everything I can not to make this happen again, to make you feel uncomfortable, but I didn't do nothing wrong. That's basically what that apology was. That's not an apology. Apology is, hey, I'm extremely sorry y'all going through this stressful matter. And I feel like that I may have came off in a very insensitive tone. I want to do what I have to do and need to know what I need to do to make this better. Not only as a man of my position, but to be an example for other people in this position, to not let this type of situation ever get to this level again. That's what he should have been doing. But we already know he ain't gonna do that, because that's how the left is. Do what I say, not as I do. So enough about his apology. Let's talk about Greg Abbott out of Texas, a damn American hero. If you don't know who Texas Governor Greg Abbott is, he's the man yesterday that pissed every liberal and rhinocrat off to the point that they almost had to go and admit themselves into a psych ward. That's right. Greg said, bump the bullshit. Everybody's grown. People done seen what it's supposed to do for the CDC. They know the risk out here. I'm not going to have everybody on no mask mandate. Mask mandate is lifted. If you want to wear a mask, that's on you. If you don't wear a mask, if you do wear a mask, kudos. That's where we at. And ever since then, people been calling him crazy. Now, this is what's insane. Now, this story I'm about to read after he did this, Biden gonna propose for migrant testing at the border. Well, Abbott rejected because he said it will create a magnet. Well, here's the thing. I agree with what Governor Greg Abbott is saying. Yes, it will create a magnet. But we also know, if you haven't heard in reports, that President Biden was allowing these immigrants to come into our country on catch and release. And a lot of them were being housed in areas after being diagnosed with COVID-19. That's right. So in these border towns, they're letting them into our area with COVID, quarantining them. What's going on, Eric? What up, bro? And allowing them to continue to just be there. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Keep spreading it. God, this is crazy, guys. This is nuts. I mean, I sit here and I think to myself, how in the hell are you going to help us rebound from COVID? And you're trying to push immigrants in here to get work, and we're got lockdowns damn near everywhere in these liberal areas. And some of these red areas are not all the way open up. And be the first to say, oh yeah, we can't keep this virus under control. We got to go in lockdown. I don't know. It seems like to me that you either A, want us to be a better economy so we can go out here and function regular like regular adults, or is this some kind of control mechanism that you're using, allowing this virus to flare back up so you can control us not to go back out so we can be dependent back on the government? I mean, this is just my opinion because it makes no sense, because other countries are not letting people in like this. They're really not. What's going on, man? Thank y'all for joining. Spreading that news, y'all. Let's keep it rolling. Let's see how many people we get on the TikTok side. If it's your first time tuning in on the TikTok side, you can also follow me on Joel Davis Media Network on YouTube. Joel Davis Media Network on YouTube. I mean, I don't get this. I really don't. But unfortunately, this is where we're facing. So Greg just basically told President Biden, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not. I don't want FEMA to partner with us to give us COVID tests, because this is what was said. Instead of doing their job, the Biden administration suggested did not have the sufficient resources and remarkably asked Texas to assist them in aiding their legal immigration program. Texas refused, Abbott said in a statement. We will not aid a program that makes our country a magnet for illegal immigration. And I don't blame him. He's standing up for what he believes in. And he looks at it as, why should I give them a test to get in our country when y'all been letting them loose without a test? That's number one. And number two, we got other people that still haven't taken tests, having trouble taking tests and vaccines in certain places. This is too much. I'm not doing it. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. And this is what happened after news outlet, especially Fox News, reported, like I said, 108 immigrants in Brownsville was tested positive for coronavirus following their arrival from January until now. 108. That's a lot of people in 3 months, bro. 108. I mean, come on. That's crazy. That's like 30-something people every month. That's like a person a day, damn near basically, is tested with this virus, and you telling them, well, just go on a quarantine. Don't worry about it. And then when you get through with your 10 days, just come on and venture in Brownsville, and we'll figure it out from there. I mean, man, what the hell is this? Disney World? Appreciate you, bro. First time for you joining. Go ahead on and follow your boy. It's crazy, man. Very crazy. No, more than that. I told y'all, they saying that they're trying to get as many as 600 to 800,000 immigrants in here a year to work in our area. It ain't 4 years, it's a year, and that's for per year for 4 years. They already said that. I had already put that out there on one of the last broadcasts, but you saw that, Eric. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They ain't trying to help us. They trying to help us for. They don't want to help us. Think about it. If I can get this immigrant to work here, give him a work visa, pay him pennies, promise him the good life, teach him some English, give him some health care, help him get some credit. Then when it's time to go to the polls, hey, listen, I gave you a better life. I helped you out of a bad situation. Go on and vote for that Democrat, baby. That's what they're doing it for. It's for votes. Why you think they just passed the bill for? They're trying to pass. I think they passed the bill for felons to. Yeah, bro, that's real talk. Why you think they got felons? Yeah, check it out on Fox News. It says, Eric, and other places, Epic News too. Why you think they're trying to get felons, like real talk felons, to go out here and be able to vote? That's what they want to do. They want to make it where felons come out, time when they serve their time, be able to vote. They're doing that because, again, it's criminal mindset. You can tell that criminal, hey, man, I helped you got a chance to vote. The conservatives wouldn't let you vote. You had to serve you would have had to wait some years per state rules. Go ahead on and vote for me. That's what it's all about, man. It's about trying to get them votes. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They also passed the bill that the next president, any president that comes into office, has to show his income taxes. Why do a president need to show their income taxes? I don't give a shit about his income taxes. I don't. That's between him and the IRS. What I give a shit about is if he can lead my country. Yeah, you too, Eric. That's all I worry about. Can you lead us? Can you help us? Can you improve our well-being? That's all we worry about. I don't need to worry about your income taxes. I don't need to know that. What I need to know that for? Well, how's that gonna help me? You make way more than I do. I ain't got businesses and stuff like that. That's none of my concern. I don't care. What I care about is, can you lead my country? Can you take care of the issues at hand? Can you make quality of life better for Americans? That's all I need to know. Yeah, exactly. I don't need to worry about all that property tax. You're right, bro. That's stupid. And that's what's wrong right now. We have these libertards want to be in everybody's business. Nobody gives a shit about taxes, man. I mean, I don't. That's like that's like going to somebody that's a doctor that is a reputable doctor that can take care of the ailment that you have. And you look him directly in his eyes and you ask him, I want to know how many times you've been married. Have you ever hit your wife? Have you ever cheated on your wife? I don't need to know that shit. I don't care. That is for his human resource and his personal life or whoever he's connected to worry about. What I'm worried about, can he fix me? Can he take care of me so I can have a quality of life? Nobody looks at that shit. Everybody wants to be in control. Stupid, man. Worry about that man. Worry about people's taxes. We got all this shit going on in America. Poverty through the roof. We got kids running around here going into foster care. We have immigrants coming in here all fucked up. Gang wars, violence in big cities. Police officers don't want to do their job anymore. All this shit. And people worrying about a tax? Man, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, exactly. I don't care what he owes in student loans. None of my fucking concern. So I want to say shout out to Greg Abbott. I put the link in there about this. I just want to short paraphrase it. But I shout out to him. I don't blame him. I would not be a part of this mess. I would not put my state a part of it. And I'm glad he's got the balls to stand up and say no. Because right now, that's what's going on. We got a administration who is doing a lot of shady shit and is not being transparent. When you ask them a question on White House Day on these issues, when they do their press conference, they have no fucking clue of what's going on, or they talk in circles. You know, Jim Psaki, the circle back girl, they're always talking in code. Let me circle back to you on that. Nobody, there's no transparency. We don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't want us to know what the fuck they're doing. Just like right now, they got these troops right here at the White House for no reason. They should be at home, but no, they are babysitting the Capitol because somebody told them, well, the QAnon was going to make sure that President Trump gets in office on March the 4th. Do you know how fucking retarded that sounds? It's March the 4th, dude. Okay? You done been in office damn near 90 days. You think we're going to want to go and mess up our government for that shit? No, we ain't got time for it. We already seen what y'all did with the last setup that we try to show support for our president. We saw what happened. Now, don't get me wrong. We don't condone what happened. We're against what happened. I don't support any violence. But again, we saw what happened and we saw the aftermath. And a lot of statements that came out that was contradicted. But that's on another video, probably on another platform, because over here on YouTube and the others, if I talk too strict about that, I may get striked or blocked. You know how that go. All right, guys, let's go up here and let's get back to the next story. We're gonna talk about the GOP candidates for 2024. Now, right now, there is some names being thrown in the hat that could really do something for the party. Okay. So they may be considered presidential 2024 GOP presidential contenders. Now, Senator Josh Hawley has come out and said time and time again that he was not going to run right now as president. He would like to focus on being the best senator he could be. But we already know that things can change, especially in the conservative party. Oh, yeah, I wish he could come every year, bro. But I think right now President Trump is going to play chess with these fools, because if he is going to run, he's going to let them know at a time where they can't do anything to spoil it. I think that right now President Trump is going to weigh out the pros and the cons before he does run. And if he don't run, he's going to back the candidate that do decide to jump in and run. He's going to back that candidate that he feels like that is going to guide the Republican Party in the way it needs to be guided. Now, here's some names that's being thrown out of there, okay? Now, one of them is Pompeo. Now, Pompeo, which y'all all know, was, I want to say that he was I know he was a part of the administration. I just don't know what his role was. Senators look to potentially run for president in 2024 need to do everything that they can to show Republican Party voters that they have forgot Biden administration policy with vigor. Now that what Lawrence Zelt, who was a longtime Republican strategist, it says. Now another name that's been thrown out there is DeSantis. Now DeSantis is also another strong Republican that should run as well. Not only is they got talking about DeSantis, they've been talking about Senator Cruz, which I'm not too fond of. Senator Tom Cotton. I like Tom Cotton. He's not scared. But he's just not my cup of tea. Let's see who else they got on the list. Presidential contenders. They ain't got it on here. Yeah, I like DeSantis, man. Real talk. DeSantis is one of the realest dudes I've ever seen. I mean, they also talked about Ron Paul, maybe, or Ben Carson. I like Ben Carson, but I just feel like Ben Carson, he's a part of the establishment, but he just doesn't have that strength, that growl that we need in the Republican Party. We need a lion right now. We need a lion. We need a different type of lion. We need a lion that's going to represent that flag behind me. That's not scared. That is not scared to stand up for values of America. I mean, I love Ben. I think Ben is a remarkable guy. I think he'll be a good VP, but I just don't think Ben would be that lion we need. Now, Candace Owens has even put out that she was thinking about running. I don't know how true that is, but that'd be awesome. That's a lion. John Hartley, that's a lion. You know, Ron DeSantis, a lion. We need lions because we're dealing with wolves. So we need lions. That's what we need for the Republican Party. Yeah, okay. No, I'm good, bro. I don't need that. Sound like to me that you trying to be a troll. That's why you about to get that. Bam. There you go. That's what we do to trolls over here. We just block them. Have a great day, troll. I love blocking trolls, man. That's my favorite thing to do. Once I know how to block them, it's over. Have a great day. But yeah, that's what we need to do, man. We need a lion. All right, so we're gonna get out of that topic. We're gonna roll right into the COVID-19 bill. So if y'all haven't heard, Kamala Harris finally came out the shadows and did something. Now, before I get into Kamala Harris, I know a lot of people and other bloggers been talking about how President Biden was in the middle of asking questions, and all of a sudden, he just cut it off. Like when he said, "Should I tell him to ask me some? Should I answer some questions?" And when he did that, they just hurried up and cut his feed off. Now, there's been speculation that people are saying that they think that somebody is controlling Biden from behind the scenes. Now, before I put my 2 cents in, before I start this story here, I do not need anyone. This is just an opinion. I'm not spreading no conspiracy theories. This is just an observation and an opinion. I do think that President Biden has something going on behind the scenes that they do not want us to know about. Now, we have already seen how he acts like he's forgetful. He's not always there, like he's a little off. I wouldn't be surprised that he may be suffering from a medical condition of dementia or something. Now, I don't know how long that they're going to let this go on, but I'm quite sure that there is someone behind the scenes that is guiding him to do the things he do. Because you think about it. I mean, this, like I said, this is just my opinion. It's not a conspiracy theory that I'm trying to support or spread. It's just an opinion. I think it's crazy that this guy has been in office for 90 days and we have not got a address from him to the nation. We have not gotten a any kind of solid plan from him as a president. He's very secretive. Him and Kamala Harris in the whole administration, they have gotten to the point now they are charging reporters $100 and something damn dollars a seat just to sit in at the White House when they do have something, and you got to they have to pre-screen your questions. Allegedly got more votes than the first the first black president. Oh shoot. Yeah, man. You know I can't talk about that player. You know I got that. You know I have to tread on that lightly, but it is unusual. He is acting like there is something wrong up there. So, I don't know. I think it's a little spooky to me. I mean, the first thing he asks and I answer questions, feed gets cut off and we don't see him no more. Or the last time a reporter was asking him questions, he was like, "Oh, I forgot my mask." And he got his mask from the podium and wouldn't talk to nobody. Wouldn't say, "Hey, I'm not taking no questions or nothing." Something's wrong, guys. Something's wrong. The lights are not home up there. Something's wrong. I would not be surprised sooner or later somebody gonna come out and say, this 80-year-old, damn near 80-year-old man is sick. We're gonna have Kamala Harris running the show. Because it's mighty fishy. They want her to have access to the nuclear codes. Man. Y'all tell me what really going on. I don't know. But I digress. I go on about this tiebreaker. So Vice President Kamala Harris came to the rescue of the Senate Democrats Thursday afternoon by breaking a 50-50 logjam over whether to advance President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus legislation. Harris cast a 51 vote with the Democrats to formally kick off debate on the Biden administration's signature legislative to address the ongoing pandemic. But the debate on the bill was quickly scuttled by Senator Ron Johnson, a Republican of Wisconsin, who requests the entire 628 legislation be read aloud by the Senate clerks in advance of any discussion on the merits of the proposal. Damn, son. He's making shout out to the Republican senator of Wisconsin. He didn't just go along like no damn rest of these birds. He was like, "Oh, okay. Y'all want to advance it? That's good. I'm glad you got the tiebreaker. But before y'all got my final vote on this, we gonna read each one out loud. Each 628 pages. God, that's a lot of pages, bro. That's a lot of hours of reading. Woo, that's a lot." Senator Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the Democrat in New York, had requested that the reading of the bill be waived, which is customary. But Johnson objected, which kicked off a marathon reading session by Senate clerks that Johnson had previously predicted could take 10 hours. He kept them fools in there for 10 hours. How much do you really want this bill? Woo, I know they were butt hurt. They was like, oh yeah, we done, y'all. We gone for the night. We out. Oh, nah, player. We got 10 hours to do. Hope you got some sleep. All I'm trying to do is make the more deliberative process and obviously shine the light on this abusive and obscene amount of money, Johnson said earlier Thursday of his request. Senate Republicans have overwhelmingly rejected Biden's legislation as a liberal wish list that is too expensive. Though the reading of the bill in an expected marathon session of votes on amendments, Republicans are trying to delay the passage of legislation and inflict as much pain as possible on Democrats in the process. But Schumer Thursday said Democrats will stay as long as it takes to pass the measure. No matter how long it takes, the Senate is going to stay in session to finish the bill. This week, Schumer said Thursday. The American people deserve nothing less. Oh, so now y'all in a hurry. American people been waiting on y'all for damn weeks. Oh, now we in a hurry. Y'all done messed around here, wasted time on an impeachment trial that was stupid as fuck. Y'all went up here, wasted time on signing executive orders to make sure that fucking men can play women's sports now, which is fucked up. Then you went up here, waste more time letting immigrants come across our border like it's a fucking damn free passage to Disney before it closes forever. Man, get the hell out of here. We all gonna be rich with the $1,400 a pop, as rich as last time. Bro, we about to see some hard times, dog. It's one of my TikTok users there. Shout out to my boy. Let me see here. Trump train. Fuck Biden 2021. Thank you, bro. But yeah, man, now it's an emergency. We got to get this done. Man, get the hell out of here. Now, Harris may be needed on the Hill again in the coming days if all 50 Senate Republicans are united against the legislation. As she departed the Capitol after her tiebreaker vote, Harris was asked if she would be back. Honey, somebody's at the door. Who knows? Harris replied with a half shrug as she left. Once the Senate staff have completed reading the bill, senators will have 20 hours to debate the legislation. Then the amendment. Sorry, I lost my place, guys. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Then the amendment process begins, where Republicans are planning for a marathon vote-a-rama to force Democrats to take politically tough votes on everything from abortion to border security. Republicans plan to unleash a maximum pressure, maximum exposure strategy as Democrats try to get the bill over the finish line, according to Stephen Bradford, a spokesman for the Senate Republican Conference. I hope they do. I hope they ride their ass like a pony. Yeah, it should have, but it didn't, bro. They ain't trying to help nobody. I hope they do. I hope they ride them like a pony, for real. Because now they about to find out. Let's see how dedicated you are with your fluff bill. You got all this extra shit that we don't even need. You got giving money to these other countries. Okay, you got the minimum wage thing you're trying to jack up. Now I'm quite sure Kamala Harris, I don't know if she put in this bill or not, because everybody was in their feelings because the parliamentarian said it would hurt the economy, which is true. But still, man, I mean, you got all this going on. Man, stop. So we'll see. It's going to be a long road, but we're going to see if they're going to stick to it. You know how them Democrats, they don't like tough stuff. And what was the last thing I was going to talk to y'all about? Yes. We are going to talk about one more thing that has got everybody a little shook up. The cancel culture, man. Let's talk about cancel culture. It's gonna be the last time I'm gonna talk about this for a minute. Amazon, y'all know, is the king of cancel. You know, they are part of big tech. Amazon, Facebook, Google, big tech, and Twitter. They're like the cancer uh, officiators, if you know what I'm saying. Well, y'all know recently that Amazon canceled some books. Now, the books I'm about to tell you they're canceled. You're probably going to be blown away. Like, what the hell? Why would you cancel a book? But this is what's going on. See, Amazon is an online retailer, which y'all know, founded by liberal billionaire Jeff Bezos, and has developed a reputation for canceling content that doesn't coincide with the progressive politics. Now, this is where I got a problem with this. You're a company, right? Your job is to make money. That's your job. Your job also are to allow people to enjoy freedom of speech because that's just the American way. Now, if a book is racist, messed up, despicable, then public opinion will raise up, write to you, reach out to you, and then you can make the decision to cancel. It's not up to you to get the material, put on your website, and look at it like, oh, I got this on my website. I don't even agree with that. Let me go remove that. And by the way, let me make it where it's banned. That's stupid. That is being a communist format. That's being a dictator. That's disrespectful. This is what we're talking about that these tech giants are doing. They are getting to the point now that they are ruling and controlling the American way. And that is not American. It's not constitutional. What's going on, soldier? I finally got freed up to subscribe to your channel, brother. So you should see me now on there. So let's go and let's jump into this, right? So in recent memory, Amazon has removed books from its online store, uses web services to the platform, a social media app popular with us as conservatives, which was Parler, which took them down for about a month. And now they just blocked a film about Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas from streaming its service because Black America is that are liberal do not agree with the upbringings and thought process of Clarence Thomas. Let's talk about Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas came from Savannah, Georgia, near where I'm living at right now. I'm not from Georgia, but I know a lot about this guy. This guy came from nothing. Had a rough childhood, rough life at first. His grandparents raised him. They were independent farmers. They taught him how to be independent. They taught him how to get an education. He grew up in a time where the NAACP actually did some shit instead of now sitting on their asses and getting a check. He came up in an era where Black people actually were progressive in a Republican fashion. That's right, in a Republican fashion. I think a lot of people forgot that there was a time that Black people back in that time were very conservative. That's what we did. We made shit work back then. You know what I'm saying? We were entrepreneurs. We used common sense. And we spoke up for what was right. And we did it through the Constitution. Exactly. So, anyway, him being a liberal and all, got upset about the film being on there. So, let's talk about his reason for taking it away. The name of the documentary was called Created Equal. Clarence Thomas, in his own words, key word now, created equal. Now, I want y'all to read it. I want y'all to listen to this shit. The documentary about Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas vanished from Amazon's streaming service during Black History Month. The film, which chronicles Thomas' journey from the depths of poverty to the Supreme Court and everything in between, features archival footage of the then senator. Joe Biden grilling Anita Hill during the infamous confirmation hearings. Filmmaker Michael Pack told the Wall Street Journal that he was never offered an explanation as to why Amazon removed it. Our distributor, who's the one who made the deal with Amazon, has repeatedly asked them for explanation, but they haven't given any. Pack told the Journal, I didn't think Amazon should get away with doing these things without suffering at least some PR consequences. I can tell you why they removed it, sir. It's because that Clarence Thomas is not a part of the woke culture. He's not for socialists. He's not a Marxist. He is not a extremist. He had a scandal with Anita Hill, and they feel like that he disrespected a black queen. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it is now. I'm never gonna bite my tongue. He don't fit the narrative. Oh yeah, and Clarence Thomas is married to a white woman. Yeah, I said it. So they feel like Clarence Thomas don't relate to them. But yet still the man came out of poverty. The man got a good education. The man became a lawyer, went to Yale, and has accomplished more than a lot of these black woke motherfuckers ever wished and dreamed of. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a black dude that they said that doesn't love myself, right? Oh man, let's go back to it. When Harry Became Sally, that's another book that was removed, responding to the transgender movement. Conservative author Ryan T. Anderson said this week his book, When Harry Became Sally, responding to the transgender movement, was removed from Amazon last month. When Harry Became Sally, which had previously been on Amazon's bestseller list. This book was a bestseller, guys. That means they couldn't keep this shit digitally on Audible and all that shit, right? Aim to provide thoughtful answers to questions arising from the transgender movement and offer a balanced approach to public policy on gender identity and a sober assessment of the human cost of getting human nature wrong. A search of Amazon for When Hallie Became Sally doesn't find innocent book, instead suggesting books with the opposite view, such as End of Gender, debunking the myths about sex and identity in our society, understanding gender dysphoria, navigating transgender issues in a changing culture, and Let Harry Become Sally, responding to the anti-transgender movement because it doesn't fit the narrative. That's why they took your book down, sir. Ryan T. Anderson. It don't fit the narrative. You talking common sense. You're not talking woke. They're woke, the liberal woke. You're not saying that it's okay to be fucked up. You're not saying that it's okay for a 5-year-old to come to you and say, Mommy, Daddy, I know I was born a male, but I want to put on a dress today and do that for the rest of my life. Can I get some transgender surgery in the near future? And start taking hormone puberty blockers as well. Or, hey, Mommy, Daddy, I'm a little girl, but I want to feel like one of these Superman little boys. I want to dress like that for the rest of my life. Can I start taking puberty blockers and a whole bunch of hormone stuff? That's just for young girls, for young men. I'm telling y'all, man, this is what's going on in our society. We're playing God. I said it. We're playing God. Be who you are. If God made you a man, accept the things that make you a man and call it a day. Okay, now if you want to dress up as a woman while being a man, that's on you. But if you want to dress up as a man by being a woman, that's on you. But it doesn't give you the right to enforce your beliefs on someone else or someone's children. That's wrong. That's like somebody forcing a religion on you that you're not comfortable with. How would you like if somebody came to you, these Wokians? I want y'all, I know you're going to look at my shit, so I want y'all to understand something right quick. How would you like it if somebody came to your room, okay, and told you this is what you need to do? What would you do? What would you do if somebody came into your home and said, hey, man, today, this is what you're going to do. You are going to make me stay in your home, or are you going to get all of these hands and other torturous tools? You would go crazy. You would fight to the death. You will feel disrespected. What do you think about the families that have to face when their children is at school and getting force fed this stuff because some teacher want to be woke today? Because she wants to play identity politics and critical race theory. It's not right, guys. This is America. Remember the Constitution. We're supposed to have freedom of speech. But in doing so, we're supposed to have freedom of speech within reason. Now, if our speech are fucked up, the public of opinion will correct us. But we have no right to force our beliefs on anybody. That's why we left England. That's right, sir. I'm talking about freedom of speech, sir. I'm talking about being able to do what we need to do. What that has to do with teachers, sir, you coming at the ass end of the conversation over here on TikTok. I'm talking about people are forcing our children about identity politics and stuff like that. A lot of teachers, especially out west, are doing it without parental consent. And if you don't believe me, you need to do your research and look it up on Google. There's been a plenty of teachers that done got their pee-pee spanked for doing that because that's disrespectful. Exactly. They can't force themselves to stay in your house, but there's also in the amendment about freedom of speech and religion too, but not force it on other people. But getting back to what I was saying, we're going to talk about what happened with Parler. Now, again, this is another example of freedom of speech being infringed on. What happened to Parler? I said, if they would have forced yourself in your house, how would you feel? I was using an example. I was doing an example, sir. Who is this? Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh. After this, I'm gonna get some moderators tonight on TikTok. I'm gonna assign y'all that keep coming in so y'all can start moderating some of these crazy people that's coming in my feed because I don't have time to be explaining myself. You can either listen to what I'm saying or you can go on to my YouTube and relook at the stream. That way it don't take up so much time. So now Parler was a social media platform popular with conservatives because of now it was booted off Google Play. Remember that? Then they took it off Apple and then they took it off Amazon. And as soon as they did that, they also had Amazon disconnect Parler from its services with just a 24-hour notice. So it took Parler a month to get back up. Now, granted, Parler is up now. They are with another company and everything else. But at the same time, it's still a tragedy that we had a growing conservative network for us to be able to talk to get blocked. Now, there has been rumors talking about the next conservative platform they're looking at trying to go after is Gab because it's kind of like Twitter for conservatives. So this is just giving y'all example of what they're doing. I like that. Riding by a truck as a ride. So it's a mess, man. I mean, they also took out the truth about Mike Brown's killing. There was a film there. They blocked that because we already knew what happened with Mike Brown. There was footage that Mike Brown fought the police because he stole cigarettes, allegedly. But when you bring that up to a lot of these wokens, they're like, no, Mike Brown was minding his own business and the cop just shot him out of cold blood. Bruh, even the damn convenience store guy talked about the man went and has slipped and stole his stuff. That's why he called the cops for. But this is what happens, man. This is what happens. They don't want us to tell the truth. Like right now, if somebody was to release a film about Breonna Taylor and her lifestyle after she was an EMT, I guarantee you, with a body being found in that trunk and by how she was being investigated and files coming out, I guarantee you all these companies will block it because they don't fit the narrative right now. That's what we face it. And the truth hurts. All right, guys, I'm about to wrap this up. If you like what I got going on tonight on the conservative news, you can go ahead on. Again, follow me on Joel's News and Views. Jump in the comments over there. And please tell me what you think about the broadcast. Please like and share. Also, too, let's continue to look at my content, share my content, support me, because this helps me to monetize my platforms and continue to do what I need to do to take care of my family and my sick wife. You know what I'm saying? So it's a brother trying to be independent and speaking the truth. Again, I love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. And please stay alert and stay focused. I'm out.